bigger organizations will always have, and of course it's made the news again in recent weeks, they will have DEI initiatives.
Hmm.
So then you start looking, and I remember this was one that was pretty important to city. What are your diversity metrics? Now, diversity is interesting because it's a self-disclose, not mandatory at the time of application and onboarding. So part of the challenge is it's a self-disclosure. Anybody who's ever filled out an application knows
Hmm.
when it starts asking you gender, ethnicity, race, you always have a I wish not to disclose button on those apps. So all of that information comes in, but if you are responsible for diversity, and I would say the only reason to be responsible for diversity, this is Lynn's opinion, not sanctioned by any company, is I personally believe um, businesses ought to reflect the communities they serve.
Hmm.
So I think diversity is important, and I think it's also important because to me, diversity is about more than just kind of the check the box things. It's also diversity of thought. That being said, so in
Hmm.
HR analytics, it goes back to what I said earlier. What are the goals of the firm around how you manage this most expensive asset at an organization, the human capital? How do you measure that? And what are you trying to accomplish with it?
Hmm.
So then you start looking at everything from what is your makeup of men and women, different minority groups, veterans, disabled populations. Um, it's also where are you getting your performers from? What colleges are they graduating from? Um, and there's all kinds of ways that you can use the data. But it really, at the end of the day, what HR analytics ought to be about is what are the goals of a business unit with respect to managing this extraordinarily um, important piece of the puzzle? Because I'll go say it again, the people are the differentiator.
Hmm.
So if you understand that, and then how you deal with them and how you help them be successful. So HR analytics really at its best is understanding what are the primary goals of a business unit with optimizing its people, performance, opportunities, career growth, all those things.